So after working forearms, you're going to feel that they're very tight. You want to get them back to a relaxed state again. So I'm going to show you just a little quick video on forearm foam rolling and stretches. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a few different maneuvers on the foam roller that I use for the forearms at the end of my workouts, and a few stretches. Stretches I do before and after my foam rolling. You can do it just before, you can do it just after, depends on how you want to do it. You should be stretching them constantly on a daily basis, especially if you're working a lot with your forearms, maybe typewriting. So you definitely want to keep these muscles nice and elastic and help prevent any future issues. Enjoy!
Here you can see the deep forearm flexor muscles. As you can see, the muscle is attached to the tendons running into the fingers, the muscle being in red. So using the foam roller, going over these muscles is going to reduce tension, which means having reduced tension in those muscles, it's going to have less pulling on those tendons in white that you see going into the fingers, and also there at the bottom where their origin is onto the bone. So when doing your foam rolling, you can do it in sets. You can do it in sets of 2 or 3 or 4, depending on how much tension you want to release. And you can do it for reps of 10, 20, once again it's to your desire. For this one I'm putting some pressure just to get some increased tension release there. That's another technique you can use. Now I'm highlighting the extensors of the forearm. As you can see, these muscles are a lot smaller. These ones can be affected by people who may be on the computer all day, for example, typing away long hours. This is going to cause a lot of tension in the muscles and could lead to some issues in the wrist and elbow. So you definitely want to release that tension on a daily basis to prevent any issues or help any current issues you may have. Here you can see again me putting pressure with my opposite hand onto the forearm just to get that increased muscle release, and putting most of my weight onto my forearm there. Now we're looking at the brachioradialis, a muscle that gets used a lot when bending the elbow, lifting, carrying things. So it's a good idea to include this one in your rolling and release that tension. This one you're going to have to rotate your arm, and might be a little bit uncomfortable, but it definitely feels good when you release that tension in that muscle.
Okay, so in this portion we're going to do stretches. I just did the foam roller, but afterwards now I want to do the stretches. Okay, so you can do these stretches before and after the foam roller. Okay, so we're just going to do our flexors. So I typically hold my stretches for 30 seconds. 30 seconds is adequate time for the muscle to actually relax. In the beginning of a stretch, the muscles are actually going to contract a little bit because they're going to resist. So it takes time for the muscle to actually relax and realize that it's not going to overstretch. It's just a reflex our bodies naturally have. So at least 30 seconds for each one. And we're going to do a nice extensor one. And it doesn't hit all the extensors, but it hits a little bit of it. Some other deep forearm muscles too. And again, 30 seconds I'll hold this for, and then my last one I'll make a nice fist and I'll pull towards my body, and I feel a lot more of my extensors now, top of my forearm. So I like to do all three, get a nice good stretch, do it for the proper amount of time. Excellent.
So here's a series of videos back to back showing all the different exercises we covered individually, and also giving you a different camera angle, give you a better view of the rolling of the muscle. As you can see, the foam roller digging into those muscles, releasing that tension. So aside from injury prevention, the foam roller is great for increasing flexibility, increasing joint range of motion, increasing circulation, decreasing the stress in the muscles, and helping with exercise-related soreness from previous workouts. So it's a great tool to have, great tool to use. Use it on a daily basis.
So that concludes our forearm foam rolling and stretches. I hope you enjoyed these little few exercises I've showed you about forearms and stretching of them. Please make sure to subscribe for future videos. I'll be posting much more week to week. Thank you.